Saturday, day 4, leaving Grundy Lake, Pancake Bay, near Lake Superior. Here we go, exiting Grundy Lake, Provincial Park. So I have 456 kilometers to go today. They said it's supposed to be windy, 15 miles per hour average, 30 mile an hour gusts. It's a little windy out there. I could hear it in the trees last night. I was so buried down in the forest that none of it reached the ground level. So this is the road so far this morning, the highway. On to Sault Ste. Marie. Can't say I've ever been there before, certainly not in Canada. This is the Trans-Canada Highway. I suspect I'm going to be on Trans-Canada Highway for a good chunk of the remainder of the trip heading west. Spanish River. Still have about 130 kilometers to Sault Ste. Marie, which is at the eastern end of Lake Superior, and then I head north around Superior to my campground, not very far beyond that. I think 213 total kilometers to go still. Sault Ste. Marie, population 75,000. I've never been here before. Just saw a sign for the Lake Superior Circle Tour. I think I'm going to be in the northern part of that. I'll be taking it back. At least the land has a little texture here. Lake Superior is off to my left. My friends, Lake Superior, eastern end. Temperature dropped just a little bit with the wind blowing over the cold water of Lake Superior. It's the best riding I've had in the last couple days. Getting battered by this truck. These trucks give up so much weight. And 100 yards back, you just feel it. Last fuel for 150 kilometers. Pancake Bay. Supposed to be hopping today on a Saturday, Labor Day weekend. I think this is the place where I only saw one site available, so I grabbed it. The campground is long and narrow, and Hilltop is going to be to the right eventually, but it's, like the sign said, hundreds of sites here. Almost 6 o'clock. This is a couple hundred yards from my campsite. Good morning. It is day number 5, Sunday, and I am leaving Pancake Bay Provincial Park for Neys Provincial Park, further to the north and west around Superior. I'm going to do a little backtracking. This park is really long and narrow. There's no easy way to get out in the direction I want to go, so I got to go basically backwards. Ran into a fellow V-Strom rider. He chatted for half an hour or so. He was heading east from British Columbia, and I'm heading west. He's heading up into the Atlantic provinces of Canada, but he also wants to tour the east coast of the northeast United States. Very pleasant conversation. Comes from where there's a lot of wildfires right now. So he was showing me some pictures from around where he lives. He also showed me some pictures of Banff, which are absolutely gorgeous, and he didn't seem to think that the smoke was gonna cause a problem with my visiting Banff, so hopefully he's right about that. But there's a few stops along the way. I'm hoping to see some scenic attractions today as opposed to just pounding on the pavement. There is rain to the west coming across Lake Superior, so I put my rain gear on. Hopefully it's short-lived, because it looks like on the other side of that band of rain it's dry, so hopefully in an hour or two I'll be back into the dry and take this rain suit off. Prettier on a sunny day. This is Alona Bay Lookout. Well, I think I made my way out of the rain. Still my rain gear on. Skies look pretty good ahead. I am in the Lake Superior Provincial Park, past Agawa Bay. One of the units within the park. It's a very large park on the eastern side of Lake Superior. It's long north to south, and it's actually fairly deep east to west. There's supposed to be another lookout here. The Agawa River. There's the beautiful blue sky that I have come to know and love this trip. The Agawa Scenic Lookout. There's the rain I just came from. And that's the clear skies over there. That's where I'm headed. Paying attention to the guy motorcycle behind me. I almost went whizzing past the pictographs that are supposed to be here. I couldn't get a good sense last night for how far you had to hike from the stop, the parking area. So if it's more than 5 or 10 minutes, I'll probably skip it, but there's supposed to be some ancient pictographs that are back here. Pretty cool. Like rock wedged in between the two cliff faces. That was enjoyable. A little bit of a hike down towards the water. and definitely slippery there at the very end to actually see the pictographs, but I stayed really close to the wall where it was fairly flat, and people were accommodating me to let me get back without slipping down into the water, where I probably would have sunk to the bottom of Lake Superior, never to be seen again with all my gear on. Always enjoy my visits to Canada. The people here are very friendly. So I'm gonna head north and still have 285 kilometers to go. Pretty empty road, and it's sunshine. Took off all my rain gear. 1,000 miles on this trip, 1052 to be exact. I estimate it's going to be 3,000 plus miles in total to get out to Banff if I make it that far. The motorcyclist I ran into that was coming in from British Columbia said that he had a full day of rain heading east, which made it for a pretty miserable experience. He also said that he ran into several construction zones where in the rain he thought it was pretty dangerous on a motorcycle. So hopefully I can keep the dry weather and get through those sections. An absolutely gorgeous day. 72 degrees, a little breezy, but I'm buried down in the trees, so I'm not being bothered by it. See it up there. All right, back on the bike. Going towards Magpie High Falls, another scenic area here, in about 22 kilometers. That was Lake Superior Provincial Park. I am now north of it, entering the Wawa, town of Wawa, which has a population of 3,000. There we go, scenic Magpie High Falls. And of course it's gravel. Looks like it's in decent shape though. I am not an off-road rider, and I dislike gravel. It's got washboard mixed into it too. 2.4 kilometers back. So if it get any worse than this, I'll keep it going. I think the washboard is worse than the gravel. I suppose if the bike weren't so heavily loaded, I could move a lot faster on this. But it's definitely taken a shaking, as are my hard cases. Still have 1.2 kilometers to go. Oh, that's pretty neat. As you might expect, this area of Canada was, maybe still is, a huge logging area. And interestingly, during World War II, they had German POWs came up here to fill the labor shortage for the logging operations. But the logs used to jam up on this waterfall, and they would come in with a lot of men and try to clear it out and actually use dynamite as they floated the logs downstream to Lake Superior, where presumably they were put on board larger ships. There's a dam upriver. They have warnings not to try to get over onto those rocks, because they can, when they open the dam up, all that would be encased in water, cascading down. The right side of this road going out is much smoother than what I faced coming in. I am out of water in my Camelback, so I'm going to see if I can stop at the gas station. They're coming up on the downtown area of Wawa, however big that is. I must have a shop where I can get some water before I continue my journey to Neys Provincial Park, which is still 200 kilometers away. But it's been a nice day today because I haven't been riding all day. I've been getting off and seeing some things, which always breaks the day up. So even though I still have a couple hours of riding ahead of me, it's only 12:30. We're going on 12:30. Got plenty of time to get to camp. Obatanga Provincial Park. Fair amount of motorcycle traffic that I see coming from the opposite direction. A lot of guys on adventure bikes and a fair number of Harleys. It's getting very warm out, 88 degrees. Tomorrow it's supposed to be slightly warmer. White Lake Narrows. Lakes are so pretty because they have little islands in them filled with trees. Dunk Lake, D-U-N-C. There's a boat out there. Within a matter of about 10 minutes, the temperature dropped from 88 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's pretty toasty, down to 78 degrees Fahrenheit. So we lost 10 degrees in probably 10 minutes. I'm not sure why that happened. We're getting close to Lake Superior, so maybe that has a factor in it. I took a left off of Highway 17, 5 kilometers back to Marathon to the grocery store. Marathon has a population of 3,300 people. I saw a sign that said it's built on paper. Presumably there's a paper mill somewhere near here. It's always nice to stop at a well-stocked grocery store. I got things for dinner and for breakfast. Can't say enough for the roll-top dry bag that I bought a year or so ago to transport groceries, along with the elasticized webbing that just is easy to fill up quickly with groceries, roll it up, throw it on the back of my large dry bag sitting behind me, and then strapping it down with the netting. It's sped up so much, the movement of groceries from the store to my campsite. It used to take me 10-15 minutes trying to figure out where to store everything because the cases are rather tight. So this turns it into literally a 3 or 4 minute job, and it really makes a huge difference. These are the kinds of little lakes I've been passing all day long. That one doesn't have any islands in it. It's still very picturesque. Neys Provincial Park. It's absolutely gorgeous here. At Site 69. So for dinner we have barbecue chicken salad sandwich, a Caesar salad, chicken Caesar salad, some raspberry tea, some milk to be served with a slice of cherry pie that didn't survive terribly well in the last 30 minutes of the journey, but that's not going to stop me. Oh, and of course, the ubiquitous banana for me. I don't eat lunch for the most part on my trips, so by the time dinner rolls around, I am famished. You can hear the Lake Superior shoreline here with the waves. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna walk on over there. It's right across from my campsite. Looking west, so it's not the best photography. Wow, really nice. Come back here after I set up camp and have dinner.